เปิดประตู
How are you?
You've been drinking.
That's not true.
Look at you, you're a mess.
Marmalade. Damn it, I looked everywhere for that. I haven't been drinking. I fell over outside, that's all. Must be getting old.
You fell over, your hands are shaking, you're sweating like a pig. You're an alcoholic, aren't you?
Matter of fact, I haven't had a drink for several days. The reason my nerves are shot is because I'm in here.
Oh, that's great. You poor thing. It's you that's going to pieces, but you can just walk in here and in half an hour you can walk out again.
There. Now.
I'm sorry. I know what it must be like.
No, you don't. You've got no idea. They keep you in a stinking crowded cell that's so hot you can hardly breathe. There's cockroaches everywhere. They never leave you alone. I mean, I can't even go to the toilet without being watched, so don't tell me you know what it must be like, because you don't!
Every morning you go round and pull the dead from the cells, do you? I don't think you've done that yet, have you? I was a prisoner for 3 years of my life, Cat. I know exactly what it's like. I know it in spades.
Where?
Singapore, Changi, during the war. There were thousands of us. We all died our own little death.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
I swore I'd never come inside a jail again. That's why I'm not handling this very well, I'm afraid.
I just don't think I'm ever gonna get out of here. I don't think I'm strong enough.
Yes, you will. Don't give up. We're all working for you, but you've got to be strong, too.
It's a pity about the marmalade.
Yes. Be more careful next time.
I need $100. US dollars.
Of course.
And I need some more vitamins. You can't afford to get sick in here.
Anything else?
Ventolin and headache pills. As many as you can get.
Right. Excuse me.
Where are you going?
Somewhere I can think. I want to take us somewhere where we can talk quietly.
Kitchen?
Yeah, the kitchen's fine. Yes, kitchen's fine. Carlisle's working on the law. He's looking for precedents, technicalities, any chink you might be able to slip through. Well, he'll try to prove that you were no longer under Thai jurisdiction at the time. He'll use all the usual legal tricks, if he can. Then he'll try to tear that case to pieces, if possible.
You don't sound very confident.
To be honest, I'm not. I think it's going to be bloody hard to get anyone to believe your story.
So do I.
I don't have much faith in courts discovering the truth. You've got to hit them over the head with it.
How?
But we have to find him, Katrina. We have to show that he's real. Then we have to do the hard bit. We have to convince the court that he's a drug dealer.
So where do we start?
I thought you might know that.
You tell me. You're my lawyer.
Am I?
Yes, you are. You and Richard, you're my lawyers.
Oh, well. We'll let Richard handle the legal side. You give me the leads, and I'll follow them up. Now, you said that you met Archie Regan in London. What were you doing there?
I was looking for my father. When I was little, I was told that he was dead, and after my mother died, I found out that wasn't true.
When did she die?
A couple of months ago.
I'm sorry. Must have been hard for you.
In a way. But we were never very close. When my father left, it wiped her out emotionally. She never really recovered. I think in her mind, he really did die.
In his mind? Did she die for him?
I don't know. I was going to ask him that. But he doesn't want to know me. Lock-up time.
But this is ridiculous. I paid 200 bar.
I always do this.
Why?
So you went to London?
I never met my father. I met Archie Regan instead.
You mean he met you?
I suppose I was exactly the person he was looking for.
I want you to remember everything. I want you to run it through your head over and over again. Every moment you spent with him, everything you said. Can you do that?
Yes.
Look, I'm going to try and get an identikit person down here, see if we can't get a good look at him, all right?
Okay, good. Bye.
Bye.
There is something.
What?
A photograph.
Not in your luggage. Carlisle had an inventory.
I took it in Goa. I never finished the film. It's still in the camera.
What? There you go. Just keep on thinking.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Janyak putka puchatkan. Oh, well, I thought it was funny.
What did he bring you? Lots of stuff. Food mainly. Yeah, and a can opener. Yeah.
I'll give us it.
No.
Don't be a prick, you don't need it. Someone will make it anyway.
I do. I need it to open the stuff you brought me.
I'll hand it back to you.
No.
Okay, we'll share it.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Come on, give us it. Come on, give us it. Give us it. Oh, Mike, it's safe.
No, forget it. I'll do the money, okay?
There is no God, you know. If there was, he would have done something by now about these bloody Buddhists. Listen to them, will you? Worse than the Catholics.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. I worked hard all my lifetime. No help from my friends. So, oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
us the opener.
Why? It's going to be a search and everything's going to get nicked.
How do you know?
Miss Thailand just told me.
Now, why would she want to do that?
Come here, will you? Now listen, we've got a can opener, right? But that's not worth anything, is it? They've all got them. Just told Miss Thailand there's a couple of chicks going to square off with tin openers.
Who?
Christ, you're dense. How would I know? It's a jail, isn't it? Some turd's got to be planning to knife someone. And we're just getting in early. So give us it, stupid, or we'll lose a bloody thing.
Well, what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to hide it. Anyone tries to screw me, get a real surprise, eh?
Ignore? You high can open
I don't know what you're talking about, all right? You know, Michael Jai.
Where is it?
Be cool. Come, Jai Yen Yen, Jai Yen Yen. Don't be a serious asshole.
You nice girl?
Bitch.
You go.
You know, they can't open their cans. Half of them's going to starve. It's lucky for them we're here, eh? Oh, great plan, Mandy. Now we've got a can opener, but we haven't got anything else.
Don't be stupid. We're going to make a packet out of this.
Oh, what is this shit? Give it here.
$5 baht.
No way, Mandy. You always set us up.
$5 baht.
You can't keep taking what's not given to you.
Yeah, I agree. It's still $5 baht.
It isn't romper room, you know. You may forget your actions, but your actions don't forget you.
$5 baht.
Jeez, I've only got a 20.
Oh, will you change?
Let's.
That's the man we're looking for. That's Arke Ragan.
Where did you get this?
She took it in Goa. The film was left in our camera.
So, how was it at the jail?
It was fine. I tripped her over on the road, that's all. Bloody silly of me.
Nothing there you wanted to forget?
Well, memories, you know, but, no, nothing really. Yeah, I should have done it years ago.
Good. Did you tell her who you are?
No, she and Bill Worthington are getting on fine.
Well, you'll have to let her know sometime.
But when we've got her out, Richard, you know, her father let her down once. I don't want her to think he might do it again. It would be devastating for her.
Yes, well, you're the only one who can judge that. Thought you were giving up.
Hmm? Oh, I am. It's just that Johnny and I have known each other for such a long time. I couldn't let him go without a word, could I? Now, the least he deserves is a passionate embrace. Ah, Mr. Walker, I'd like to say that we are going to meet again. I fear, however, it is not meant to be.
Yeah, such a touching moment. I'm loath to interrupt. I was just wondering what you were planning to do now, assuming you survive.
That's already in hand. We know he's taken a plane to Australia. Perhaps he's still there. Another? Well, why not? Thank you. It's the heat, you know.
As I thought, there was no difficulty pulling out the arrival data. Immigration shows that Anne Ahmed Vincent Ragan, British passport number C616665C, entered Australia at Sydney on Qantas Flight 2 from Bangkok.
And departed?
No, there's no record that he has.
Oh, he's still there, then? He's still in Australia?
Not necessarily, not according to our people. The Deputy Secretary says, assuming your allegations are correct, that he probably would have left the country already on a false passport, most likely an Australian one.
Any way of checking?
Well, on your immigration form, you have to give a street address.
And what was his?
A prison farm just south of Sydney.
Oh, he's got a sense of humour, then.
Well, of course, he may have had to ditch the British passport to get out of Australia, but that doesn't mean it wasn't genuine.
Oh, I should go to the English. Is that it?
That's what we suggest. Ask them to run a check. Check on passport number C616665C. Never know, might turn up something.
Well, thank you for coming, Bob. You know I don't like to ask for favours.
What's the point in being chargé d'affaires if I can't help it? Not that I understand what you're doing.
Oh, just a bit of work for Carlyle's. Nothing much. Just keeping my hand in.
Drink?
No, thank you, I won't.
Are you all right, old boy?
Yes, I'm fine.
You don't mind if I have one, do you?
No, you go ahead.
Black label, ice. Anyway, whatever it is, it's turned up something. That's yours. And as you said, there is a passport issued in the name of Ahmed Vincent Ragan. Number C616665C, issued in London. Here are the details.
You got an address. Thank you, Bob.
We got the Home Office to have a look at it. That's not unusual if drugs are involved. Aki Ragan's been dead for years. Apparently, if you want a false passport, that's how you do it. You apply in a dead person's name.
I see.
As you can imagine, Scotland Yard are involved now. They're asking me for details. Who is he, Bill? Who is this Ahmed Vincent Ragan?
Did you ever read The Day of the Jackal?
No.
There was a man in that. Every time they thought they caught him, they opened their hand and he wasn't there. I'm scared, Bob. You see, I think that Aki Ragan could be like that man.
You sure you don't want to drink?
No, thank you. And thank you for that. Excuse me.
Wake up. Come on, get up. Jungle tour. You got your money?
No, I know about your deals. I'm not paying $20.
Oh, shout. Hey, come on. Gang. $10.
คนนี้ไม่ได้
Oh, she okay, she okay. $10 American.
20
Mayo. Spa.
มา
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Two hours.
3.
2.
What's the key for? It's for the first gate. You know, into the yard.
so you follow, okay?
Yeah. What's the time?
My watch. Where's my watch? Here. It's 2:15.
Yeah, 2:15 every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. That door opens. Don't forget it, okay? Come on. G'day. How you going, son? Hey, nungshimo hasipa, okay? Okay
Yes.
for you? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Good on you, son.
Mandy, where are we going?
Hey, calm down.
We are going to the men's section. Come on.
I used to wait the guard up and bribe him for the real one. Then I got cluey. Traced it out on paper. They gives it to the guy down the carpentry shop. Took us a few goes, but we got it right. It's only wood, but got to treat it real gentle. That's what they reckon's a hospital. And no matter how sick you get, don't ever let them take you out. Why? Before I come up with this, I had to chuck a sticky, but it's the only way I can get in here. Stuck a chicken bone down my throat, it threw up blood, and it killed me. This is me brother Billy. Billy, this is Cat. Say hello to Cat. Yeah, you know, look at that. Meow. Can't he talk? No, he's dumb. Can't tell what you're thinking, can we, Billy? You're gonna be good to Cat, aren't you? Remember I told you about her? She's gonna be taking care of you. What? What are you talking about? I'll tell you later. Are you telling me now? Not in front of him. I'll tell you later. Okay? He gets 10 of them. It's his pocket money. To make sure he's all right.
So what all that Canover stuff was about, was it for him?
Yeah. Sometimes even money's not enough. Hey, big boy. You ready? Come on, wakey, wakey. Mummy's here.
Oh, well, man.
Yeah. G'day. Kevin looks after Billy while I'm not around. Don't you, Kev? What you want?
Yeah, it's the same as last time.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Watch if you like, Cat. Never know, you might learn something. All the fellas reckon I'm real good. Hey? Yeah.
Oh, you've been a lonely boy, Cat.
Oh, Billy. Missed you.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here. Oh. Yeah.
I didn't mean to spring it on you.
Yes, you did. I I'm not stupid, Mandy.
Yeah, all right, I did. 2 weeks' time, they're going to find me guilty. And then they're going to... You know, this...
Stop it. You never know what the court will decide.
Don't give me that shit. That's one thing I do know about. I've been in enough courts. I should have been a friggin' lawyer. That's what they're going to do.
You mustn't let it get to you.
Listen, stupid. I'm being real. I'm up for 7 kilos. Not sweet and pretty. Papers back home aren't going to get excited about some smack. You'll probably cheer them on. I've had it.
What does your lawyer say?
What's he going to say? I was born like it. His stupid mother was hanging out. Blood turned bad and infected the baby, and that's why Billy's the way he is. Jesus Christ, I don't give a shit about people like me. I've already told the lawyer. I'm going to admit everything. All he's got to do is get Billy off.
Can't they see what he's like? I mean, he's innocent.
Yeah, innocent. What's innocent? He knew what was going on. But you seen him, you reckon he understands? I had it in a shopping basket. Stupid bastard's always trying to help. He was carrying it. Piss off! Even if it works and he gets off on a lesser charge, he's going to die up there. Not unless there's someone to look after him.
Mandy, I can't do that.
Bullshit, you saw how easy it was. Money's not a problem, you're rich, aren't you? I'm giving him to you.
Mandy, don't you understand? I'm on the same charge as you, just further down the line.
You got a team of lawyers and no record. You look like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth. The newspapers are going to go apeshit. The government will jump up and down. I'm telling you. They're not going to execute you, Cat. Change it to possession, not trafficking. Same as Billy with a bit of luck. After all the bullshit Buddhist holidays and King's birthdays, we'll probably both be out in 8 or 9 years.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah. What a bitch you don't get shot, eh?
Mandy, I can't.
I'm not asking you to do it for me. Do it for him. The only chance he's got, Cat.
I would if I could, but I can't make promises I won't be able to keep.
Why not? I make promises all the time I can't keep. Just say yes, you can promise later.
All right. All right, I'll try.
It's just one more thing.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
When you get out, send him on one of them big cruise liners. Anything you ever wanted. A trip on a stupid bloody ship.
How have you been?
I'm all right.
Good.
How's it all going?
Fine.
Did you get the photograph?
Yes. Yes.
How is it?
It's fine, as a photograph. It's not much use as anything else, I'm afraid. You see, he's not in Australia. Passports are fake. We don't even know his real name, let alone where he is.
I suppose in the back of our mind, we were all hoping he was a bit of an amateur.
Well, let's get that out of our heads. He's not. We're dealing with a professional, and on the evidence so far, he's a lot better than we are.
So what are we going to do?
Bill suggests going to London.
Why?
Well, we've got to start somewhere. As far as we can tell, that's his base. Frankly, I can't think of anything else. It's really up to you and your memory.
I've been trying to write everything out. Give me a day, I'll have it done.
Good.
Do you know anyone in London who can help?
Not really. It's been a long time.
If you need it, I know someone you can contact. Richard knows him. He's my uncle. James Stanton. I'll give you his address.
Fine, thank you.
$17.20.
I'm sorry?
Well, 17 quid will do.
£17? Good Lord, they used to transport convicts to the colonies for that.
Yeah, look what they got. Bloody Australians.
Thanks very much. It's all right.
Thanks very much, Governor.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
The time is now 2 o'clock precisely. We now call...
Stanton residence?
Mr. James Stanton, please.
Who shall I say is calling?
Who is it?
Are you there, sir?
What exactly do you want, Mr. Worthington?
Well, on March the 23rd this year, Mr. Ahmed Ragan was booked on QF2 from Sydney to London. He cancelled his ticket and was assigned to Miss Katrina Stanton. Now, I would like to have Mr. Ragan's address.
Well, I can't. Not if he booked through a travel agent. We don't have a record. Not unless he booked it himself.
We'll assume that he did.
Well, it's a fair way back. It'll take a week or so.
I've only got days.
Well, a name's not enough. Not if he cancelled. God knows where that's filed.
What about her ticket? Could you use that number?
Well, depends how the ticket agent handled it. Now, if they cancelled his ticket and reissued, it's gone. But if they reassigned his ticket to her, well, it's different. Middle name Vincent?
Yes.
Ahmed Vincent Ragan, 39 Foster Street, Islington.
What number you say?
39. Stop.
It's just a vacant lot. You sure you got the right address?
Oh, yes. I might have known. This is exactly where he'd live. Drive on, please.
I've already seen it, thanks. The embassy in Thailand sent a copy.
Can you help?
Sure. I'll show you everything we've got on the person known as Archie Regan.
Oh, thank you.
That's it.
We are the biggest international press agency, and one way or another, I guess I've seen every photograph out of Afghanistan. Amateur, professional. I tell you one thing, that man hasn't been there. Not as a photographer, anyway.
Well, as a reporter, perhaps.
Two things took people to a hole like that, Mr. Worthington. News and drugs. There was more money in drugs. I tried the cops.
Thanks. I already have. Not a thing. Not anywhere. I don't know what to do.
Well, what about the police? Can you try them again?
There's no point. How is she? Have you seen her?
Not yet. Tomorrow.
Well, look, try and press her. Anything that she can remember. Anything at all.
Well, I wouldn't count on it, Hal. We'll have to wait and see.
Sawadee.
What's wrong?
I've been summoned by the prosecution, Annan. I think they've made a decision. We'll know tomorrow whether or not it's Section 65, the death penalty.
Any hint?
No, not from them.
Anyone else?
Well, it depends who you talk to. It's better not to listen to anyone.
You'll call?
Yes, as soon as I know.
Bye.
Bye, Hal.
Để đây. Sawadee krap. Section 65 is a Kalal. Trafficking.
She's innocent. Well, do what you like, Mr. Anand, but we're going to win.
Of course you will.
They've made their decision.
About the charge?
Yes, it's trafficking. I'm sorry.
Does Bill know?
No, I came straight here.
How's he going?
Not much luck so far. Now, is there anything else you can remember?
He's a diabetic, I remember that. He showed me his arms. He had needle marks on them.
Did you actually see them?
Well, he showed them to me. I didn't study them.
Are you sure it was diabetes? I mean, diabetics don't have needle marks.
How would I know? I mean, he lied to me about everything else. Why wouldn't he lie to me about that?
All right, don't worry. I'll tell Bill. It might help.
How long do you want to talk?
If you want to talk any longer, you have to pay her.
Well, if there's nothing else, I ought to ring Bill. He'll be waiting.
Now.
Slip Grandma a few baht, will you? Why? Just can't manage on the pension, poor old dear. What do you reckon, stupid, for bringing you here? What's going on? I want you to look after me stuff.
And you slip it to her.
-50, will you?
Yeah, all right.
Here, thanks. Pay you back.
No, don't worry, it's all right.
We're in court tomorrow. Thai Army's taking us to the holding cells. Want us there bright and early. Wouldn't want to miss it, would we? You know that wooden thing for the jungle tour? It's in the box. Keep everything safe, all right?
Yeah, but no matter what happens, there'll be an appeal. You'll be coming back here, won't you?
Supposed to. You know the system, well, there isn't one. You still got to do what you promised?
Yeah. Good luck.
You know us. Be lucky all our lives.
Hello?
Hal, it's Richard.
Yeah.
It's Section 65.
Huh?
Hal, did you hear me? I said it's Section 65, the death penalty.
Give me a moment, will you, Richard? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, it's up to us then, right? What else is happening?
Well, she thinks he may be a diabetic. It's possible. God knows how many of them in London.
I can't see there's much help.
No. Although, who knows, it might be. I mean, I don't know.
Is there any other news?
No, nothing.
Well, have you seen your brother yet?
Well, I mean, despite what Katrina might think, he isn't going to be any help.
No, I never thought he would be. It just seems that so many years have passed, that's all.
Well, to tell the truth, it hasn't even crossed my mind. Well, I mean, if I got time, I might, but right now I want to sleep.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Good night, Hal.
Night.
Who is it? Is that you, Mrs. Simpson?
Hello, Gordon.
Mr. Hal, give me your hand.
What have they done to you, old fellow?
Glaucoma. Don't give it a thought. I've got you in here.
How long?
Oh, this eye years ago, the other one more slowly. It's lucky I know the house so well. Mr. Hal, I never thought...
Aren't you going to invite me in?
I can't, sir. Only Mr. James can do that. If it was my house, you know I would in an instant.
It's all right, Gordon. I understand. Hello, James. I was in London and close by, so I thought
Welcome back. Welcome home, Hal.
these are the notes about the time she spent with him. I mean, they're full of facts, but they don't mean a thing. It's hard to describe what it's like, Jim. I mean, the only peace I have is when I'm asleep. The days are like a nightmare. It's late at night. You open the door to a stranger who's bleeding hard from the head. And as you let him in, you look out across the snow, and there's not a footprint, not anywhere. What kind of a thing is it that can move across the world without leaving a trace? That's Archie Reagan.
I wish I could help you. I only saw Katrina twice. Most of it was about you. She said she'd met somebody, a man.
Well, what did she say? Tell me exactly.
Nothing, that's all. She didn't know what to wear. I called Sarah.
Sarah?
My daughter, didn't she mention that?
No.
Well, it didn't concern this chap. They went shopping together. You know, the more I think about it, I think we should see Sarah.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Would you like a drink?
I'd love a beer, but I suppose you've only got some of that Mexican stuff, have you?
Daddy can't understand why anyone would put a slice of lime in their beer.
Silly Daddy.
What about you, Hal?
Oh, no, thank you. I don't drink.
Since when?
Oh, years, James. I really can't remember, but years. Did she tell you how she met Archie?
At Qantas, I think.
That's right.
He was cashing in a couple of tickets.
One.
No, it was more than one. I'm sure it was tickets.
No, because here in the notes she said, he convinced the clerk to give me the seat booked in his name.
No, I'm probably wrong. It's just I think she said something about him traveling with someone. I guess I just assumed it.
I want to know if he cancelled another ticket that day.
No, I would have shown up.
Why?
Well, if he booked them together. Now, remember the same family, so...
No, say they weren't. Say it was another name. He just handed over their ticket and cancelled on their behalf.
Have you got the ticket number there?
Yes.
Okay, we'll check the numbers either side. It's the most logical place to start. There you go. Ticket cancelled the same day, same place. Booked in the name of Jane Mitchell, flat 4, 26 Park Road, Shepherd's Bush.
Thank you. Miss Mitchell?
Yes.
You don't know me, but I'm looking for this man. Do you know him?
What do you want?
I want to find him.
Are you from the police?
What makes you ask that? No, I'm not. Who is he, Miss Mitchell?
It's Sam. Samuel Morris.
Oh, I see. Do you mind if I come in? Thank you.
I didn't know him very long. He was charming. He had a way with words. I thought he meant what he said.
What did he do for a job?
He imported things. Antiques mostly, from India.
And he was going to take you there, was he, on the way to Australia?
Yes. I haven't been home for 5 years. He had a business in Goa, and we were going to spend Easter there. He booked us a beautiful hotel right on the beach. He said it was the sort of place where the whole world falls in love.
And what happened?
I was in Hammersmith. 2 days before we were due to leave. I'd never been to India, and I finally found a fella who... Anyway, I was daydreaming, and I stepped in front of a car. I was in hospital for a month.
What did he do?
He came to visit me the first day. He was very angry. I never saw him again.
Where did he live, Miss Mitchell?
In Wimbledon. I never went there. He used to come here. He said it was being renovated.
How did he know you were in hospital? You say that he visited you.
My girlfriend telephoned him.
Do you still have the number?
874-2306.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, did he ever give you something, something quite special and quite expensive?
He made a big deal of it. It was for the trip. I'll show you. Just things we did together. Card. Silly, isn't it?
No, it's not silly.
I can't forget him.
Oh, yes, you can. Let me show you something.
What is it?
It's a death sentence. It's for heroin. You didn't lose him. Don't ever think that. You saved your life.
Nothing on Samuel Morris. If he exists, which I doubt, he doesn't mean anything to us. As for the phone number, it's registered to a private company. That's the address.
Oh, thank you. Oh, excuse me. I think I must have the wrong address. I'm looking for a Mr. Samuel Morris.
No, there's no Morris round here. There's one in Larkham Square, but he's a William.
That's strange. I was told number 2. Are you sure?
No, it can't be number 2. Yeah, that's Mr. Rogers.
Oh.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, look, what's going on?
I've no idea. Someone must have their lines crossed. I'm supposed to interview the man.
Oh, you from a paper, are you?
Yeah, Country Life, actually. Is Mr. Rogers a, is he an antique dealer?
Oh, no, he works on an airline.
Oh, antiques on the side, I suppose. Air India, is it?
Could be. He's always going there.
Let me guess. You're going to tell me that's where he is now, right?
Well, probably. I saw him get into a cab. He had luggage with him.
When?
Oh, day before yesterday.
Thank you. All right, Gordon. Hello?
Hal, it's Richard.
I've just heard from the other side. They've set a date for the trial.
When?
Well, they're not hanging about. 2 weeks.
How are you going?
Well, I found another girl. It's all exactly the same.
But now he's gone again.
Where?
Goa. The bastard's in Goa. I know it.
How's Katrina?
She's all right. Mandy Engels, you know, the 7 kilos?
Yeah?
Well, her trial's over. Everyone's waiting for the verdict. I think that's on Kat's mind.
Yeah. How did it go?
The boy should be okay. He obviously doesn't know what's going on.
She pleaded guilty, which should help her, but I think it depends on how tough they're going to play it.
You don't sound very confident.
I'm not.
asking him questions. I tried to stop him. The silly bastard wanted to help. No. I can't execute a kid like him. Come on. You leave her! You leave her! Don't leave her! You leave her! Come on!
What about an appeal? What do the lawyers say?
What's the point? Pleaded guilty.
But for Billy,
Even our lawyers reckon our best chance is kiss the king's ass and beg for mercy.
when do you have to decide?
Get a week. I've already decided. I want it over. The king's gonna help us. He's gonna do it whether we've appealed or not.
I was hoping you might be able to help me. I'm trying to find this man.
Can I be of assistance, sir?
Yes, do you know him?
He stayed here twice. Once as Mr. Rogers and the other as Regan.
Strange, isn't he?
Different girls both times. You know how it is.
Is he here now?
No, not for several weeks. Probably his wife found out.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, I have never seen him before.
No, I don't think I know him.
I'm sorry. He checked out
When?
about half an hour ago.
Where to?
The airport.
What name? Regan, Rogers, Morris. Hurry, please.
Stanton.
Stanton?
That's right. His name's Stanton.
Thank you.
Sir, have a nice flight.
Thank you, we certainly will.
I'm so sorry. This is very, very urgent. Excuse me, I'm looking for a man, a passenger. The name was Stanton.
If you would just wait a moment, sir.
I can't wait. Help me. Look, please, will you just check in your computer any flight of the next hour? The man calls himself Stanton. Please.
All passengers to the departure
Sir, where do you think you're going, sir?
I'm sorry, can I?
What do you want, sir?
Seems to be the matter, sir. Officer, that man over there in Thailand has a drug charge out against.
What's his name?
Well, he's calling himself Stanton.
Look in your card, see if there's a Stanton. You're making a mistake. There's no Stanton. Must be a different man.
No mistake, it's just a different name.
What name?
Well,
Who are you?
I'm a solicitor.
Is there a warrant for that man?
No,
You said a charge. What charge?
Well, I was wrong. There's no charge. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I thought for a moment there was... But I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Where did he go?
Oh, God knows.
Bombay, Australia.
What about the police?
Oh, very
Helpful. They almost arrested me.
What's he going to do then?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I have some bad news. Mandy Engels and her brother were
Both sentenced to death. How?
I heard.
I'm moving. I rang Grace Brothers, but they just couldn't do it. Death row's not in their route. Up to the king now.
No, not that.
Give us it! I bought the bloody thing, it's mine.
We need it.
Oh, I'll leave it to you in me will. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I like it. Everyone's acting like it's a bloody Lions Club. You even get to meet the governor. Is Billy okay? I don't know. Get to see him in a minute. At least you won't have to look after him, eh? They won't do it, you watch. They won't. No, of course they won't. Night of the ball. King's going to arrive with a glass slipper. I'm going to be the new Miss Toyland. Ah, it's really nice, Esther. Lucky charm. Is it bulletproof?
In the Dharmas it says, better than 100 years, not considering how all things arise and pass away, is a single day of life if one considers how all things arise and pass away.
Tell me about it.
Come.
Yeah, see us. Don't forget to write.
I nearly touched him, damn it. Another yard, and I would have. But I didn't. All I did was to confirm my early suspicion that he's a good deal cleverer than I am.
It's not over yet.
Well, as good as, unless you've had more luck than I have.
All the evidence seems to be against us. The government's cracking down. I've been up to my ears in precedents, and I can't find one to support our case. And we don't have a witness. Except perhaps for you. Now, maybe we can't deliver Archie Regan, but we can produce someone who knows exactly how he works. You said yourself you almost touched him.
But that's not a defense. Courts don't believe in shadows. They want substance.
Yes, I know we're a little short in the substance department, but we're going to have to give them whatever we can. You're going to have to stand up there and tell the court everything you know about how this man operates. It won't be easy, but I'll lead you through it. Now, somehow, we've got to make them believe the truth.
How can I persuade a court that he even exists? I don't know his name. He's not on any police records. He's a phantom.
Yes, it's flimsy. Now, if you and I can introduce even the slightest uncertainty into the mind of just one of those judges, that it's not Katrina but Archie Regan who's responsible for the contents of that bag, then maybe, just maybe, we have a case. Believe me, there's nothing else. Come. Come on.
You may write if you wish.
Who to?
Anyone you want.
Mercedes-Benz. My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. I worked hard all my lifetime. No help from my friends. Oh Lord, won't you marry Mercedes-Benz?
There. You. Yes, you. For you.
ผู้ต้องหานางสาวแคทรีนาสแตนตันโปรดยืนขึ้นแสดงตัวนางสาวแคทรีนาสแตนตันบัดนี้คุณได้ถูกเป็นผู้ต้องหาในข้อหาที่ทำผิดกฎหมายมาตราที่65จำนวน 2.4 กิโลกรัมข้อหานี้คุณจะมี
Not guilty
ไม่มีความผิดค่ะ
อัยการพร้อมที่จะดำเนินคดีของคุณแล้วหรือยัง
พร้อมแล้วครับศาลที่เคารพพยานปากแรกของเราคือพันตำรวจตรีอุดมแห่งหน่วยปราบปรามยาเสพติดให้โทษวันนี้ ผม
I call on
ใครขอ
Major
เบิก
Sarah.
ตัวพยานครับผม พระเจ้าขอสาบานว่าจะพูดความจริงความจริงทั้งหมด หากข้าพเจ้าให้การเป็นพยานเท็จขอพระเจ้าเยียวยาภายใน3 วัน 7 วัน หากพระเจ้าพูดความจริงขอ
A man. Ark you again.
Write it down. There is no remission. There is just death.
Give me the case. Where we're traveling.
In Thailand. Death is by machine gun. I'm trying to help you, little girl.
Criminal Court of Bangkok now passes down this judgment in the name of His Majesty the King. The court has duly examined all the evidence and has come to the conclusion that the defendant is guilty of exporting heroin narcotics for the purpose of distribution. The court hereby sentences the defendant to death.
And giving intelligence to the enemy. The court finds you, Captain Harold Stanton, guilty, and sentences you to be cashiered. March out, the accused.
It's important that we don't see this decision as being final. We're lodging the appeal, of course. I did the documents overnight. It's being typed now, so with a bit of luck, it should be there by this afternoon. Now, I think we ought to hire a Thai lawyer. There's a couple I know who are very well connected. We might need their help.
If it goes to the king, you mean?
Well, I'm very confident of the appeal. I'm very confident indeed. But just in case, there's no harm in being cautious. Oh, I brought you some things. There's a friend of mine, she's a doctor. She's told me which ones. There's some sleeping pills. Now, they're quite strong, so no more than 2. And this is it's a sedative.
No. They won't let me keep them.
Well, if there's anything else you need, just let us know. We'll be coming every day.
Does my father know what's happened?
Well, I'm sure he reads the newspapers.
We're both tired. We both live here. There's no point in running down the ties. They're only doing what governments all around the world have to do. They're trying to reconcile the law with religion.
Well, either the law is wrong or God is. Either life is sacred or it isn't. Can't have it both ways.
Forget it, Hal. I don't need an argument about capital punishment. Not now.
Because you believe there wouldn't be a problem if everyone obeyed the law.
That's right. There wouldn't.
I've seen the law at work, Richard. I saw it in that jail 40 years ago. According to the Japanese, what they were doing was perfectly legal.
I'm going home and I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same.
At least they weren't hypocrites. They didn't have any levers, no blindfolds. Kneel them down, bend them over, and over.
Shut up, Hal. It's not the time for it.
I never told you the end of it.
I know the end. You were cashiered.
No, that was just a postscript. As I told you, they were captured and executed the same day. The date was the 5th of August, 1945. Doesn't that date mean anything to you?
No.
The following day, at 8:15 in the morning, a plane called the Enola Gay flew over a Japanese city. It dropped a bomb. A single bomb. I doubt if anyone in Hiroshima even saw it. 30 seconds later, the war was as good as over. 3 years of starvation, cruelty, the most dreadful deprivation. 3 years. And they died for the sake of one day. And that was the end of it. They wanted it so much, just to be free. 5 days later, we all were. That morning we woke up, the Japanese were gone. It was all over, everything forgotten. The war, prisoners, their version of the law, all over. Everything, just forgotten. Richard. Richard! 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 Thought you were going to bed.
I'm writing to the Australian government asking them to intervene. If it's another argument, Hal, I don't have the energy.
There's a way out, or at least half a way.
What are you talking about?
Those men I was telling you about, they found their way down to a series of chambers. They'd been tunneling. They were as good as out, except for me. Next day, Hiroshima was leveled. The Japs didn't have time to do anything about it. They just put a guard on it and left it, and then the war was over.
It's over for 40 years, Hal. Anything could have happened.
Well, of course it could, but it's a better bet than any appeal.
No, Hal, no.
You haven't even thought about it.
I don't have to. I'm a lawyer. We follow the law. We go to appeal. We petition the government.
You can petition the Pope for all the good it'll do. You know yourself, all bets are off. Next week or next month, it'll be our turn.
It's the law, Hal. It's how I've been raised. It's all that we've got. It's all that stands between us and chaos. The law.
And what if the law is wrong?
Well, that's better than the jungle.
Is she innocent? Well, come on, Richard. You're never slow to sit in judgment. What's your verdict? Is she innocent or not?
Of course she is.
But you're happy to sacrifice her to the law.
That's not true, and you know it.
I'll tell you what's true, Richard. You're twisting and turning. You're trying to grab onto something that'll stop you having to face this thing. You're using the law as a shield, Richard, just as I once hid behind the welfare of my men. The truth is, I wouldn't stand up and say this is wrong. I didn't do it because I didn't have the courage to do it. And let me tell you this, Richard, you walk away tonight. You let some great injustice occur and not raise your hand in anger, and it's going to become part of you. For the rest of your life, you're going to wear it like a hump on your back. And sometime, when you think it's gone and forgotten, it's going to rear up out of the belly of your past and strike you down. It's going to strike and strike until there's nothing left. Nothing left but ruins. Turn around, Richard. Look at me. You see this? Do you see what fear can do to a man?
You said half a way out. If we are going to do it, you'd better tell me the rest.
There was a dumb waiter, you know, a small lift. The shaft had been blocked off years ago until one of the men found a way down into it.
Where did it go?
But originally it brought food from the kitchen. That's what the chambers were before they were sealed off, up to the hospital.
Hospital? Where's the hospital?
Wait a second. Now, you see, now, what they did was they came down the shaft into the kitchen. It was all like a game at first, until one of them realized that the entire place was built on a mudflat. Somewhere underneath the jail, there had to be a drainage system leading straight to the river. They worked between patrols, 2 hours a night, digging up the concrete floor. It took them 2 months, and then they found it. A storm water channel running right underneath the kitchen. It went straight down to the river.
Then you stepped in?
Yes. The rest you know.
What's the state of it now? I mean, surely it's been sealed up.
Well, just the entrance, that's my guess. You know the ties. They won't have done a proper job. Anyway, it was the end of the war. It was chaos. They'll have just patched it up and forgot about it.
Even so, it's a hell of a gamble.
No, it's not, Richard. That's the beauty of it, not compared with the alternative. I mean, what chance have you got against a machine gun?
You said before half a way out. What do you mean?
Well, you asked me where the hospital was. That's the other half. It's in the men's section.
Oh, that's a small point, Hal. Nevertheless, I think you'll agree it's a significant one, especially if you're a woman. What do you suggest? A sex change?
I suggest you apply your mind to it. That's what I suggest. An hour ago, we had an execution. Now we've got this. There's got to be a way to get her in there. Damn it, it's a hospital, isn't it?
I want the rest of Mandy's things.
Why?
Just the memory. You know how it is.
I tell you how it is. One life finish, another life begin. Better for her next time. Better for you too, Farang.
There isn't a next time. One life, that's all you get.
So why you waste it?
I haven't. Not yet. I'm innocent.
Not what court say.
The court's wrong.
You want all the thing?
Yeah, all of them.
Happy memories.
I'm sorry. Have you lodged the appeal?
Yes.
It won't do any good, but we need the time. I mustn't be transferred, not yet.
What's happened? Why?
I've made a decision. Any way I can, I'm going to fight.
What does that mean?
It means it's up to me now. I'm not waiting for any appeal. I'm going to get out of here.
I don't know where you get it. My God, you've got guts.
You're not going to argue?
There's a chance. It's a slim one, admittedly, but as Bill says, any odds are better than a machine gun. We have a plan.
Well, half a plan.
All night I've been saying to myself they're going to try and talk me out of this.
Well, I've already tried that with Bill. It didn't work, so you've got him to thank for this.
And for London and Goa. I never thanked you for that either.
Thank me all you like, if this works. Somehow we've got to get you into the men's section.
I can get to the hospital. I've already thought about that.
No, you can't. Richard checked it this morning.
Checked what?
The American girls complained if you're a female, you now get sent to the hospital at Chiang Tai.
Then we've got to find another way.
Listen, would you just listen? I can do it.
How?
3 times a week, early in the morning, that's all.
You sure?
Mandy used to take me there. We used to visit her brother. I've done it. I've walked right past the hospital, but I can only do it from here. Once I lose the appeal, they move me to death row. I can't get out of there.
When's the appeal?
Well, any time. It's up to them.
So, I get to the hospital. What then?
We're having a plan of the prison drawn up by someone who discovered an escape route many years ago.
Who?
Oh, just an old friend. He was a prisoner here during the war. Well, a whole group of them, really, and they almost got away. We had a drink together, and he told me about it.
You mean my father, don't you?
No?
Yes, he means Hal Stanton.
So he's finally going to help me, is he?
It would seem so, yes.
Will it work?
Maybe.
Bill?
The first idea. It's worth a try.
Angeline, did Nut ring?
No, sir, but I phoned her.
Good, and hold the calls.
I'll try and do some fishing tonight.
What for, tunnels?
Yes. I'll hire a boat, have a look at it from the river.
Don't hire it, buy it. No, better still, get Nut to do it for you. We'll have to use someone else's name.
We'd have to get a passport or some sort of travel documents.
Yes, I've already thought of that.
That's your sister's.
She's 5 years older, but I think it'll do. We'll have to get the photo changed.
Yes, we can get that done. Nuttall knows someone for sure. What if things go wrong?
Well, you wander into my office every day. I'll just say you stole it.
Everyone will believe you. That's the hurtful bit.
Joy? I said no calls.
It's Mr. Anand, sir.
Oh, yes. Put him through. So, what did you up, Anand?
นี่คุณมีจดหมายถึงคุณนะศาลนัด
It's the appeal. When? Monday. Well, I'll be applying to have it put back.
นะทีนี้ผมเพิ่งมาจากศาลแล้วก็เห็นว่าพิจารณาคดี
They've rejected it.
ด้วยความรวดเร็วแล้วก็ยุติธรรม
Oh, has it indeed?
งั้นเจอกันวันจันทร์หน้าแล้วกัน
Goodbye. You understood?
Yes.
We better get started.
And Chile, will you get Qantas Airlines, please?
Right away, sir.
Tide's running, Richard. You can't stop it. She's got to go as soon as possible.
Yes. What about yourself?
I don't want to be around when they come looking. One stay in Lumjiao is enough for any lifetime.
You'd better go with her.
Yes, I'd like to, but you see, I'm frightened that someone might pick up on it. That's all we need to run into Major Sarah at the airport. I'll find another way out.
It'll be strange. It's been a long time.
It has indeed. What, 20 years? You were a mere boy.
And you were this funny man who drank a lot and sang songs from South Pacific.
Some things never change.
I'll miss you.
And are you? You've been a good friend, Richard. These last months, the best that any man could ask for.
Now, listen to us. You think we got her out already?
Now, I want to say this. Later on, we may not have time. I want to say thank you, Richard. Thank you for everything.
Not at all, Hal. It's been a privilege. It's been a real privilege to have travelled with you.
It's Qantas, sir.
It's Qantas.
I want details of any flight to Australia this next week. Brought you some things. Vitamins, shampoo, soap, magazine.
Well, I haven't got much time.
No soup today, I'm afraid. Concealed inside here is a map of the route with plans. There's also a torch inside there.
I've already got a torch.
Now you've got a spare.
So when do we do it?
As soon as we can.
Okay, I need a practice run on Friday.
There's no time. The appeal's set for Monday.
But I've already told you I can only do it 3 days.
Well,
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
one shot at it, and this Friday.
No, 2 shots. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Go then. If it doesn't work out, you've still got Friday.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Say it works. What then?
Plane to Australia.
Passport?
It'll be ready.
Put these on.
When will they realise? What time exactly?
In the mornings, 6:15.
6:15's fine. There's a plane at 8:20. It'll be at 35,000 feet by the time they've worked it out.
So, tomorrow it is.
We'll be waiting.
Good.
เข้าบ้านเร็ว No.
Why not?
10 minutes.
2 hours.
God willing, she should be in the men's section by now. Long is the way and hard that out of hell leads up to light.
That's Milton, isn't it?
Paradise Lost. Like most things you learn at school, it takes a long time before you understand what it really means.
You know she's not coming, don't you?
It didn't work. What have they done?
Ah, they changed the time, I guess.
Why didn't you tell me?
No profit in that.
So when do they do it now?
Same days, 6 o'clock in morning.
Will it stay that way?
I'll let you know if change. Maybe. Possibly. Definitely.
They changed the time. The garbage detail's 6 a.m. now.
Is that as far as you got?
Yeah.
So we still don't know what happens after the hospital.
We assume it's okay. What else can we do?
It better be. 6 a.m. Plane leaves at 8:20. That means you've got to be in the boat by...
Well, at the latest, by 6:15, they'll be looking for you.
Well, they can look all they want. I'll be there.
One chance, that's all we get.
All we need. Set 'em up, dealer.
Sawadika. I'm a friend of Mandy. Puen Mandy. Yeah. Puen Mandy?
อ๋อเพื่อนแมนลี่โอเค
น้ำเพียบานน้ำเพียบาน
Anh nói. Anh nói. We will go.
.608. It's just the wake-up alarm. Where is she? Where is she?
Go inside. There's new clothes, briefcase, passport, everything you can think of.
What's the time?
It's an hour and 40 minutes before the plane leaves.
Right.
walking left. Sorry.
That's fine.
Through immigration, turn left, gate 2. Better hurry.
Passport, please.
Look, the plane's leaving, officer. There's no time.
Passport now? No luggage?
It's been checked through. Officer, we've got 10 minutes before...
How long have you been in Thailand?
2 days.
You don't like it here?
No, it's not that. It's just that I'm passing through, and so...
She came to visit me.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Her father.
You better hurry. Have a nice trip.
Go. Go now. Go quickly. Run. Run.
I almost forgot this is for you.
Nice girl.
The best.
Operator, could you put me through to the police? Detective Suresh.
missed you at the beach.